When we use the passive voice, Hi guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Voice in English expresses the relationship of the subject to the action. In English, voice has two values, active and passive. The active voice is the one that we use most of the time. In the active voice, the object receives the action of the verb. Everyone drinks water. Cats eat mice. Notice that the subjects are performing the actions. Passive voice. So basically, the passive voice is used when the subject of a sentence receives the action of the verb rather than performing the action. Water is drunk by everyone. Mice are eaten by cats. So, when the subject of the sentence is received the action of the verb, the sentence is written in the passive voice. Although the passive voice is less common than the active voice, there are several good reasons to sometimes use the passive. So, today in this lesson, we'll focus on the passive voice. Let's look at how to construct the passive voice, when and why to use it. How do we make the passive voice? I have a good news for you. So, the basic structure of the passive clause is very simple. The auxiliary be is conjugated in all tenses. The main verb is always the past participle or verb 3. What is past participle? What is verb 3? Eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is a past participle. Or you can say verb 3. If there is an agent or someone who does the action, it is introduced with by. But the agent here is optional, so you can use it or not. It's up to you. Cakes are baked by Samantha. Here, Samantha is still doing the action, but cakes is the subject. They are receiving Samantha's action. The party was held by a generous celebrity. You will be welcomed by my brother at 5. If you notice, the subject is not performing the action. They are not doing anything. They are the ones who are receiving the action. When we use the passive voice, first, you don't know who performed the action. My cheesecake was eaten. In the example here, the focus is on the fact that my cheesecake was eaten. I don't know who did it. The Shell supermarket was robbed yesterday. Passive voice is appropriate in the example here because the person who robbed the supermarket is unknown. I don't know, you don't know, it's unknown. Second, the agent is not important. Birmingham Airport was first opened in 1939. The passive voice may be used when it really isn't important who or what does something. Third, the agent was obvious. The suspect was arrested. We know exactly who performed the action. Of course, police. Who else? Dentist, makeup artist, hairdresser. Fourth, when you want to use the same subject repeatedly. Ben worked really hard, but was never appreciated. The passive voice can help you make a natural sounding sentence when you want to say that a subject both did something and had something done to it. Fifth, when writing scientific reports, 50 milliliters of iodine was added to the mixture. Usually, scientists and researchers often use the passive voice because it is either obvious or unimportant who is doing the task or conducting an experiment. Sixth, in formal text, passengers are reminded to fasten their seatbelts. In formal writing, the passive voice is usually only reserved for very specific uses and is otherwise avoided in most cases, like we are making a general statement or announcement. The most important thing to know about the passive voice is that they are using a transitive verbs. A transitive verb is a verb accompanied by direct object and from which a passive can be formed. I was licked by a cat. We were fooled by his look. So, mini review. The simplest way to determine if a sentence is in the passive voice is to read the sentence and think about who is doing what. If the performer of the action comes after the verb, the sentence is most likely in the passive voice, not active. Right, that's it for today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow all of my social media. See you next time. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.